I got the chance to get invited to watch an episode of Alien Earth. Now, you guys know I'm on the Dallas press list, so I'll be able to see all the screenings for movies and whatnot ahead of time. But it's always very rare when I get to watch an episode of TV on the big screen. But for Alien and them xenomorphs, oh, I said, yes, please sign me up. I want to go see it. I was kind of pissed. It was only the first episode. They're going to be dropping the first two episodes August 12th. You can watch it either on FX if you still got cable. If not, it'll be on Hulu. And I've been very excited for this. It feels like the both Alien brand and Predator brand are on the rise. You know, there was a time just a couple years ago where like Alien is dead, Predator is dead, Disney's dumping them on Disney Plus. Why does anyone want to see this? Not anymore, buddy. We've got new things on the horizon for both franchises that I'm excited for, and Alien Earth was definitely one of those shows. Now, if you don't know too much about Alien Earth, let me see if I can pull up something here. That way you guys can have something to look at. Alien Earthy. Alien Earth trailer. This is the first time, this is the first time we have a story mainly set on Earth. I know that there's been Earth glimpses in other Alien projects, and I'm not counting AVP. Not counting that. But this is the first time we will have a story mainly taking place on Earth. And from this first episode, which I've only seen one, they hooked me in. Oh my goodness, this first episode is like an alien movie in itself. That is the glorious thing about TV shows nowadays, is they have the budget to make these shows feel like cinematic movies, which I think is also counterproductive to wanting to go to the theater, because when your TV shows are as of high quality as your movies, well, it doesn't really incentivize people to go to the theater for that higher experience when they can get it at home. Never the case though. This is a really cool story, and from the first like 5 minutes, they are emulating the original Alien movie with Ridley Scott, right? I always say Ripley Scott, but that's Ripley, Sigourney Weaver's character, Ridley Scott. It's like I was like, dude, that is this just gonna be a recreation of the first Alien movie? And then it becomes something else. And then it's like, oh, they're pulling in the Aliens vibes from the sequel, the James Cameron version. There's some aliens in there, and I'm like, is that what they're going then? We're going to Aliens vibe. They in the first episode, they do a lot of stuff to emulate Aliens 1 and Aliens, but yet it becomes its own thing. Essentially, what we're having here is three different companies: Wayland Yutani, Prodigy, and a third one that I can't remember the name. But all three of them are trying to fight for which one will be the most advanced in terms of the robots, because you know there's the synthetics. So one company, Wayland Yutani, does the synthetics. One company is doing cyborgs, where you're still human, but you get robot implants. And another company is doing what we're mainly following, where they're putting human minds into the robots. And there's this really cool, unique group. Like I said, it's the first episode, so I'm not going to try to spoil too much. But essentially, the main cast of characters are all little kids in adult bodies, and they're almost like superheroes because they got these robot bodies. They're all kids that were dying of cancer or about to die within the next couple weeks or months, but they all then were gifted with these robot bodies, and they're just part of this subject. When out of nowhere, a ship crashes on Earth, and then they have to go investigate it, since they're not looked at as people anymore. It's like, yeah, you guys are technically robots. You're not humans anymore, so you're expendable. Go check out this threat. And it's like, okay, well, then you see where that could go. And it's like, all right, so they just find a xenomorph. They do interesting stuff with this ship, because right here, just like they let you know in the trailer, this cargo ship was not just housing in xenomorphs, it was housing in alien creatures from all over the planet. And there is one creature they let you see in the first episode. Pretty scary. I don't think that creature out at all outshines the xenomorph, or any of these will, but they're definitely intriguing, and it makes you wonder. It's like, we don't just got to worry about the xenomorph. There's crates of these deadly, weird creatures that all can kill you in very creepy, nasty ways, similar to a face hugger or a xenomorph. And I think that's exciting and fun. It builds on the universe. You have a great cast. So all I'm saying is, first episode of Alien Earth, really good job. I love what they're doing. Really feels like they're expanding the universe and putting something new in it, while still trying to, pay a little homage to what came before. You'll see what I mean within like the first episode. It feels like they could have easily have just done the first episode recreating the first Alien movie, because they have the cast down, they have the setup. but they fast forward through that, and it's like, oh no, we're gonna do our own thing, and I thought that was awesome. So for sure, check out Alien Earth when it comes out. I know I'm going to be very excited to check out this show. I want to see the remaining episodes. That first episode was 60 minutes. It was a full hour long. A lot of stuff happens in it. Like I said, it feels like its own movie. I was like, hey, I see why they only showed us the first episode. So much happens. So highly recommend it. This is from Noah Hawley. I could never pronounce names correctly. You know, that's just my kryptonite. Did Fargo. I really liked Fargo on FX. I only saw like the first 2 seasons, but I did like what I saw. Gotta jump back on that. I don't know if the other seasons are worth watching. Either way, Alien Earth, you're an Alien fan. I think you're gonna get a real kick out of this. There's some good stuff in there.